What does a dozen eggs cost today?
The last time I bought them where I lived, it cost about $7.
Oh my God, you need to move. You would fail the prices right dramatically.
I do need to.
The average price of a dozen eggs is $2.19. We are going to send the police after the grocery store where you do business. Do you know what it was under Biden? Obviously you don't because you didn't know now. It was $2.65. Is $2.19 less than $2.65?
It is.
Okay, perfect. So then prices for eggs have gone down from Biden to Trump. What's the price of a barrel of oil today?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think it was $100 a barrel.
It's 73.
Okay.
What was the average price during the Biden years?
I don't know.
It was 82. So the price of a barrel of oil has come down. What is the price of what is the most commonly used fertilizer for farmers?
I don't know.
It's nitrogen. What is the cost per ton under Biden for nitrogen fertilizer?
I don't know, but can I?
So it's $1,000 a ton. It peaked out at $1,600, and now it's $800, half of the peak under Biden.
Is it all right for me?
Let me just
Okay.
just
I would like to be able to
you are not the contestant on the next Price is Right. You would not do well.
Okay.
In terms of electric vehicles, do you think it's good public policy to offer $7,500 to multimillionaires to lease foreign luxury vehicles?
I don't believe that's happening.
No, it's not happening. You're exactly right. That one you got correct. It's not happening because Republicans got rid of that in working families tax cuts. It was absolutely happening under the Biden years. In fact, 250,000 people got $7,500 to lease luxury electric vehicles. Was that a good decision or a bad decision?
Senator Moreno, I think these questions are very important, but I just have to say Donald Trump is the president right now, and prices are extraordinarily high. People are having
not eggs,
meals,
not oil,
having
not fertilizer, and now we have.
I just think telling people that prices are not high is not going to work.
Prescription drug prices on TrumpRx.com are down 85 to 95% for 836 of the most commonly used drugs.
We've tried.
So my point is that when people create a forest fire and then blame the other person for said forest fire, I would call that a hoax. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, let me just start my portion by complimenting you, Mr. Chairman, and actually our ranking member. I think what we got done here in the Road to Housing Act was monumental. It obviously also is an indictment on the person who used to occupy your chair, because obviously he was unable to get anything done. So to both of you, kudos, and to your predecessor, shame on you. In terms of where we've been hearing a lot about today is the word hoax. Now, I learned English as a second language when I was about 6, 7, 8 years old. Some would say I still haven't learned it completely. The word hoax can sometimes be made to seem that something's not real, but it actually means deception, that there's a deception going on. Mrs. Johnson, what was the average inflation, cumulative inflation during the Biden years? Do you know?
I know it reached a peak of 9.1%.
It did. So cumulatively, it was 21.5%. Under President Trump, it's cumulatively 5%. You represent bankers. Is 5 less than 21.5?
Yes, it is.
It is. So when somebody creates 21.5% of cumulative inflation, and then the next person creates 5% cumulative inflation, and the people who did the first part blame the second one for price increase, it's a hoax. So we got that out of the way. Now, Mrs. Johnson, I do want to talk about some of the things that have been brought up about banks. Why do you post deposits after withdrawals at most of your financial institutions? Most banks, for example, in Ohio, that receive deposits, those deposits don't credit the person's account until after withdrawals had, and a lot of that results in overdraft fees. That's something that you guys can either do voluntarily, or you're going to make us pass a law to do that, because it's crushing working Americans and it's fundamentally unfair.
Well, thank you for the question. Look, there was a lot of technology on the back end, and a lot of banks
just do it the right way, though. Just do it the right way. You shouldn't have people whose paychecks are coming in, and you don't take that into account until after you've counted all the withdrawals. Just bad practice. Just don't do bad things and make us have to do that. And you were talking about also these 0% interest offers. Nothing has crushed working Americans more than 0% interest offers, where now you have compounding interest that's due as a result of these offers, and these people get absolutely destroyed and crushed. Don't do things like that, and certainly don't take a victory lap for offering those types of things. All you do is you give an opening to the people who think that that kind of bad behavior is unnecessary.
Could I give just a quick response here?
Sure.
So a couple of things. One, APRs are comprised of a number of different things: cost of funds, credit risk, fraud, operational costs.
I get all that.
Increase in APRs has been driven primarily.
I'm talking about
all the
compounding interest, the fact that you send people magic checks that make them think that it's 0% interest. They miss the payment by 1 day, and you pay retroactively for every single month. Yeah, just don't do. I'm just telling you. Look, if you want to have, if you want to have good cooperation from people who care about working Americans, which is Republicans and Democrats, don't do things like that. That's just my advice. You can take it or not take it. In terms of you, Mr. Brown, what is the position of the National Association of Realtors when it comes to the institutional investor ban?
Institutional investor ban?
Yes. Prohibiting large, giant Wall Street firms from buying homes in the MLS, competing with ordinary Americans. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think that institutional investors are a problem in some communities. They're certainly not the cause.
I didn't say it was a cause. Do you support not having institutional investors compete with individuals to buy a home? Yes or no?
Yes.
You do? Good. Okay.